In the land of Canaan, there lived a wise and faithful man named Abraham. He had traveled far and wide, and after many years, he had finally settled in the land that God had promised him. Abraham was blessed with a son named Isaac, whom he loved deeply. Isaac was growing into a fine young man, full of kindness and strength, and Abraham felt it was time for him to find a wife. One sunny afternoon, as Abraham sat under the shade of a great oak tree, he thought about his son's future. He wanted Isaac to marry someone special, someone who shared their faith in God. He remembered how God had guided him through many challenges in life and believed that he would lead them in this important decision too. Calling his trusted servant, who had been with him for many years, Abraham said, "I want you to go back to my homeland, to the city of Nahor. There, you will find a wife for Isaac from my own family. I do not want him to marry a woman from the Canaanites, for they do not worship the true God." The servant nodded, understanding the importance of this mission. He asked, "What if I cannot find a suitable woman? Should I bring Isaac back to your homeland?" Abraham shook his head. "No, Isaac must not return there. God has promised this land to us. Just trust in the Lord, and He will guide you." The servant promised to obey and began to prepare for the journey ahead. The next morning, the servant set out early, taking with him 10 camels loaded with gifts and supplies. He traveled for many days, crossing rivers and mountains, feeling the weight of his important task. As he rode, he prayed to God, asking for guidance. He wanted to find the right woman for Isaac, one who would love and support him. Each night, he set up camp, and as he looked at the stars, he remembered the promise God made to Abraham. He thought about how Abraham had waited so long for a son and how Isaac was a fulfillment of that promise. Now, the servant felt the same excitement and responsibility as he sought a wife for Isaac. Finally, he arrived in the city of Nahor. As he entered, he noticed the bustling market filled with people, laughter, and colorful stalls. But he remembered his mission and headed straight to the well, where the women of the city came to draw water. When he reached the well, the sun was high in the sky. The servant sat down and took a deep breath. This was a moment he had been preparing for. He raised his eyes to heaven and prayed earnestly, "Lord, God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today. I am asking for a sign. When I ask for water, let the girl who offers to not only give me a drink, but also to water my camels be the one you have chosen for Isaac." After praying, he waited patiently, observing the women who came to the well. One by one, they filled their jars and went on their way. Just when he began to wonder if he would receive an answer, he saw a beautiful young woman approaching. As the young woman drew near, the servant's heart began to race. She had a radiant smile and carried her water jug gracefully. He decided to approach her. "Excuse me," he said politely. "Could I have a little water from your jar?" "Of course," she replied, her eyes sparkling. "Drink as much as you like." After he finished, she continued, "I will also water your camels." The servant was amazed. He had found the answer to his prayer. Rebekah quickly began to draw water for the camels, one jug after another. As he watched her, he realized how kind and hardworking she was. When she finished, she stood smiling at him, her cheeks flushed from the effort. "Who are you?" the servant asked, eager to know more. "I am Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel," she replied. "We are part of Abraham's family." The servant's heart leaped with joy. This was a sign he had been praying for. After sharing gifts with Rebekah, the servant followed her back to her home. As they walked, he praised God for leading him to this special woman. When they arrived at Rebekah's house, her family welcomed them warmly. The servant took a moment to share the story of his journey and how God had guided him. "I have come to find a wife for my master's son, Isaac," he explained, "and God has led me to Rebekah. May I ask for her hand in marriage?" Rebekah's family listened carefully. They discussed it among themselves, realizing that it was a great honor for their daughter to marry someone from Abraham's family. They were impressed by the servant's dedication and faith. "Rebekah, what do you think?" her father asked. Rebekah looked at the servant and then at her family. She felt a sense of peace in her heart. "I will go with him," she said confidently. The servant thanked Rebekah's family, filled with gratitude for their kindness and for allowing her to go. They blessed Rebekah and prepared her for the journey ahead. The next day, Rebekah packed her belongings, and the servant made sure to prepare the camels for the long journey back to Canaan. As they set out, Rebekah felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. She was leaving her family, but she knew she was following God's plan. As they traveled, the servant shared stories about Isaac, describing his kindness and the strong faith he had inherited from his father. Rebekah listened intently, feeling her heart warm at the thought of meeting him. After several days of traveling, they finally approached the land of Canaan. Rebekah could hardly contain her excitement. She had prayed for a loving husband, and now she was about to meet him. One afternoon, as they neared Isaac's home, Rebekah noticed a man walking in the fields. He looked thoughtful, as if he were praying. The servant recognized him immediately. "Rebekah, that is Isaac," he exclaimed. Rebekah felt her heart race as she looked at him. She had heard so much about Isaac, and now she was about to meet him in person. As they approached, Isaac looked up and saw them. A smile spread across his face, and he walked toward them. The servant stepped forward and introduced Rebekah to Isaac. "This is Rebekah, the woman God has chosen to be your wife," he said, his voice filled with joy. Rebekah felt shy but looked into Isaac's eyes. There was kindness there, and she felt a connection. Isaac smiled warmly and welcomed her, feeling grateful to meet the woman chosen for him. Isaac and Rebekah spent time getting to know each other. They walked together in the fields, shared stories, and laughed. Rebekah loved Isaac's gentle nature and the way he spoke about his faith. Isaac admired Rebekah's strength and kindness. It wasn't long before their hearts were filled with love. They were married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by family and friends. Abraham was overjoyed, knowing that God had answered his prayers. As Isaac and Rebekah began their new life together, they promised to love and support each other in all things. Together, they honored God and built a home filled with love. Over time, they faced challenges, but they prayed together and trusted God to guide them. Their love grew deeper with each passing day, and they knew they were meant to be together. The story of Isaac and Rebekah teaches children the importance of trusting in God and seeking His guidance in decisions. It highlights the value of kindness and generosity, as demonstrated by Rebekah's willingness to help others. Additionally, it emphasizes the significance of love, commitment, and the support of family in building strong relationships.